Hello everyone! I recently posted about Trashy, my little mascot that I made, and a lot of people assumed that it was 3D printed. It's true to form, made completely out of trash. Things include like a red solo cup, a lot of yard sign wire, one of these like weird lids, and I have absolutely no idea what this is, but if you want to stick around you can see how I turned all of that stuff into this. Instead of starting with the raw materials, this is what the first layer of things look like. Started with the red solo cup, but also ended up just getting some. This was a notebook that I had lying around just to make the top. Wanted to be relatively durable. Thankfully, scissors and aviation snips could pretty much go through everything that I had, or brute force with the wire. Part of this is just to show that I oftentimes have a giant bag of scraps and things. I just got to figure things out by putting them together and seeing what works. Unfortunately, I quickly realized that this was not going to be durable at all. Thankfully, I had a bunch of spare foam and some extra spare wire that's used on the inside, and hot glue came to the rescue. Also, unfortunately, I did not think about this, but red solo cups melt at a lower temperature than hot glue has to melt so it can bind to things. So there was a little bit of surgery that happened to compensate for some of the weight differences and to help some of the lumps just not be so lumpy. I really started stuffing everything that I could in there and testing it around, including airsoft pellets. The hot glue was tabled, and some old glue came about and helped seal everything in so the cup didn't melt. Decided to take a few photos with Trashy. I was not drunk in that photo, don't worry. Also, I have not made paper mache in 25 plus years, and I have some sensory issues, and I don't even think you have to have sensory issues to be completely grossed out by paper mache. It's the most disgusting thing ever. I gave up recording on the process. This is interesting because if you ever see green paint on any of my stuff, I actually found I think it was a kid from Belmont. I don't know if they just got rid of all their art supplies, but I think the reason they did because it was in a giant tub where green paint had exploded everywhere, and so that's how I got a lot of the stuff for free. Once I used a lot of that paint and that gesso, this is how everything came out, and he looks okay. Thanks for sticking around and seeing how Trashy was made. I actually do own a 3D printer. I don't use it that much because I'm not very good at actually coding things for 3D prints. I normally have to find free things. But yeah, maybe I will start making more 3D things in the future that are actually coming from a 3D printer.